Hello everyone. This is probably gonna be very interesting because this is my joint request voice edition towards Lumiverse, and I've decided to take a written path and a voice path towards submitting my joint request. And I thought, it's the whole writing criteria and the whole narrative behind it just gets boring, and I thought, why not give it a new way, even though a lot of people have done this in the past for other clans and everything. But I wanted to just give it a shot, see how it turns out, and hopefully I can make it enjoyable, answering all of these amazing questions that the format had. And I say let's just get into it. All right. First question. Tell us about yourself. Well, my name is DarkyZ's. That's my real name. I live in Pakistan. I've been living in Pakistan for the past 20 years. I have traveled abroad a few times. I think 3 times. It happened a while ago, so I don't really remember. But yes, I have traveled abroad. I've seen the world a little bit, like not even a 1%, and. Yeah, I am currently in university. I'm in my second year of software engineering, bachelor's, and I am loving it, honestly. Computers, talking about computers, I have been a big nerd of computers since I was a kid. Since I was 5 years old, I got introduced to computers through my mom because she was a working woman, and I used to go to her office all the time as a kid, and just I saw a computer there, and I don't remember what the whole story went, but my mom told me the story a while ago, and she said that when I first got into her office. I saw a very old computer there, and I somehow managed to just screw all the computers over there. I'm not sure what happened. When you get a blue screen or something like that. I'm not really sure. Like, the story was it seemed unrealistic for a 5-year-old, screwing up so many computers. But if that happened, then wow to me. But yeah, that's how I got introduced to computers, and I have just fallen in love ever since I got my first personal computer, and just got into the whole gaming sort of mode. And I want to continue this by saying that I guess that's why I've always liked being alone at home. Not really a big fan of socializing, and it's never really bothered me physically or emotionally. I guess I've never felt like I wish I had someone. I never felt that, and I guess I could. Gaming is a way of me just escaping the real world, just trying to have fun, trying to be who I am, trying to do something that I'm really good at. So I've always loved the idea of just being alone with friends online, and it's worked out really good, really great for the past 20 years. So why not continue it? But I do understand, you got to get out there and meet people. I am a big fan of that, but there hasn't been that group of people that I've I guess captured, so I can maybe get into it, just form a group of friends, I guess, in university and till now. But I'm hopeful. Maybe I get a good GPA, get a scholarship, get out there in the real world, work for myself. So you never know. Let's see. I am excited for the future, and hopefully 2021 is gonna be a great year. I just hope that's the case. If it's not, then we just we gotta have a little bit of faith, I guess. But okay, apart from me talking about my whole passion for computers and everything, I also have a passion of podcasts. If you've followed my YouTube channel, okay, you know what? Now I'm gonna plug myself in. If you've watched my videos before, you already know that I am a big fan of doing podcasts, solo podcasts, and rarely a podcast with one of my best friends who was here on the last Thoughts on My Mind video, if you've checked that out. But yeah, a big fan of podcasts, talking and coming up with things right on the spot, and I just love it. I just love it. I've always wanted to do it, and finally I have the chance to do it, and I'm doing it, and it's just incredible, honestly. Apart from that, I am a big fan of writing. I've always loved writing since I guess high school. got into writing through an incredible teacher. She was probably one of the best English teachers I've ever had. She saw the hidden talent in me in writing, and she unlocked it, and I've always, appreciated her, embraced her. And I guess that's part of the reason why I started working online and making a little bit of money just for myself, to just get an idea how working for yourself, earning money is, how does it feel like. And when you get that first paycheck, oh man, that feeling is just incredible. Even though it was just $28, but it was the world for me. So that is a little bit of introduction about myself. If you have any other questions, you can go ahead and Discord. You can DM me at Discord. I'll link it below in the topic, of course. But yeah, let's get to the next question. So, brief history on your MTA career. Oof. Where do we start? Well, I guess, we start at the start. 2011, December 20th, was the day where I accidentally found MTA. I was in my mom's office. I had just come back from school, and I got on her work PC, and started surfing the web for some games, and I noticed accidentally, while searching something related to GTA San Andreas, or I believe it was a typo error, and I accidentally found MTA's website back in 2011. So I noticed, I started reading about it, seeing what this is about, and I noticed that it had something to do with GTA, having GTA San Andreas on your PC. So just I went into it, and I was like, sure, man, let's download it. Screw it. I gave it a shot, and I downloaded I actually downloaded on my laptop, not on my mom's work PC, because it did not have GTA San Andreas at that time. But I grabbed my really old Core i3 laptop and downloaded MTA on it, and just went into it. So if I remember correctly, I believe I had no clue what the hell I was watching. Like I started the game, and I had no idea what I was supposed to do, what I was supposed to, how was I supposed to connect to a server and everything. Everyone's been through that. So, but here's the funny thing though. I actually didn't start my MTA career with DM or other famous OG servers back in the day, like the OS ones, the DM ones. I didn't start my career with that. I actually started my career with a game mode called Stealth. So if you're unfamiliar with the game mode Stealth, it's actually a CSGO narrative-based game mode where you're two teams, terrorists and counter-terrorists, and your job is just to the last person to stay alive, I guess, in one of the teams. And that was pretty much it. I was just playing that all day 24/7, and I got pretty good at it, actually. I remember joining this clan and playing a clan war, I guess you want to call it. I'm not sure what they called it back then, but I assume it was a clan war. And I did pretty good. I carried my team, and I guess that was the first and last clan war in Stealth. And that's pretty much where I ended Stealth. Like the whole Stealth game mode ended for me around 2012 mid. But that's not the end of the story, because one day I was in Stealth as per usual, and one of my friends, they messaged me and said, have you heard about this server called TG? And I was like, no, what is it about? And he said, well, it's actually a multi-game mode server, and there's a lot of cool game modes. Do you want to check it out? I was like, sure, man, let's go. So he gave me the IP. I went to the server and just immediately amazed. I had never seen a lobby-based server. Like I hadn't seen anything related to multi-game modes or game modes such as OS, DM, race, shooter. I had never seen that. So it was all new to me, and I was excited to see what this is about. And I never thought I would get stuck in the whole race scene. But that was the starting point of my actual MTA career, where I just got involved in the DM and race scene and started practicing different types of game modes and learning off of them. But my first ever race arena based game mode was shooter. I got into shooter, and I shit you not, the only reason I started shooter was because when I spawned in, my character, my pet, was literally right next to the room, and I had no idea how you join into the room. And so asked my friend, and he said you press F and then you know use your mouse to go into the room by clicking on it. I was like, oh, okay. So I just, it was next to me, so I just went into it, and I I literally, that's how I just started my first game mode. But it wasn't all for nothing, because I actually got really good at shooter, because you know, as a kid you just have so much time. You just, you know, I kept playing you know, for hours and hours in shooter and getting good at it. But here's the interesting part of my career, which I hadn't realized until last year when someone told me this. When I started shooter, I was using dash and zero as up and down, because I was playing in a very weird way. I would put my actual keyboard on the keyboard of the laptop, and I would use my thumb on the mouse pad as a controller, and obviously as a just looking around the camera and shooting. That's what my thumb did, and I was using obviously the rest of my hands for playing around, you know, just controlling my car and up and down and everything like that. But just note here, I actually didn't know what up and down, you know, arrow keys, what they meant, because when I first started, I didn't know how you play shooter. So when the guy sort of like explained the game mode to me, I was like, oh, okay, so you just, you know, you aim down and then you try to shoot people. He was like, yeah, you just, you know, shoot people in your with your car. And yeah, I chose dash and zero because it seemed the most logical way for me at that time to play shooter, and I guess it was at that time. Nobody had told me you play with arrow keys. But anyway, the whole skipping a few years, because it's all, you know, repetitive stuff. Shooter. Joined my first clan. It's nothing really I guess important to what my actual MTA career is, because I have to be a bit brief about it. But if I had to say, 2016 was where I started DM. I learned DM and I chose the keys 1 and 2 to play, and I've always been playing with 1 and 2 since 2016 till now. Joined my first big name, I guess, of a clan was Zurio. I joined Zurio in 2017. I was invited when I was trying for other clans, and it was probably one of the biggest opportunities I ever got in an MTA, and it was incredible. Had a chance to work with some incredible people. Honestly, they were just amazing. They were so talented. They were so incredible. And me just being the 16-year-old in a group of people that were like 20 and 25, and they just gave me a chance to, you know, work on myself. I was just filled with motivation and happiness and kept working for them. Unfortunately, in the start of 2018, the leaders decided to close the clan due to their own personal lives, their jobs, and just, you know, lack of motivation due to some I guess server problems, if that's what you want to call it. But yes, Zurio ended for me in 2018. In the start of 2018, I believe I gave the crew clan TC a shot again, and I waited 4 months for that. Actually 4.5 months, I'm not really sure how much it was, but it was a long time, and I waited for that, and I got accepted on my 6th join request. And I couldn't believe it. Like after trying 6 times and then finally getting it after 4.5 months, it was just incredible. But sadly, if I had listened to some people, sadly the inside of the clan was just inactive. There wasn't really any progress. It was just, you know, it was just a big name, and I just wanted to try to get in, you know. And mostly I wanted to get in to be a part of shooter, but turns out I just became a part of the DM squad, and I believe I got a chance to play some DM clan wars with them, but obviously I wasn't really good at hunter, so I was benched most of the times. But yes, so 2018 to 2019 was basically pretty simple for me. You know, learning DM, getting better at DM, yada yada yada. We come to 2019 December, where I joined Force Out Extreme, probably one of the greatest clans in MTA. And I know that makes me sound, you know, I'm praising them a little bit, but I honestly don't care what anyone thinks. They are the greatest clan, and they will ever be the greatest clan that I have ever joined. They gave me something that no one ever did. They gave me the motivation. They gave me the chance to prove myself and to prove so many people wrong that doubted us back in 2019. And it was just such an incredible journey. But I guess, you know, all journeys have to come to an end. ideas, all motivations, all chapters have to come to an end, and it sadly did. But I'm not here to guilt trip myself to thinking about that again. I'm here to start a new chapter, trying to figure out new things, making new choices, figuring out myself, what I have to do to maybe even become even more better than I am already, becoming even a better person than I am right now. And I believe Lumiverse is probably the correct choice in that department, and hopefully I get a chance to prove every word I said and will say in the rest of the video. So that is a little bit of a brief introduction. I hope I wasn't too long, but yeah, there is that. So next up, former teams and reasons for departure. I guess if I had to start, it was my first DM clan. I'm gonna just include DM clans because shooter clans weren't really important. They didn't hold any value. It wasn't even a clan. It was just a tag that I used back in 2014 or 2013. Anyhow, my first DM clan was MVP, Most Valuable Players. I joined the clan with the whole squad was really incredible. Like the people were really there were some big names in that clan back then, but sadly I don't really remember much about that clan. It was just 4 years ago, now almost 5 years ago, and I'm not really sure how many people were in the clan, or who was in the clan actually. But I got the chance to becoming a co-leader of the clan, and that was probably one of the first times I was introduced to leadership and responsibilities, and it was a really good starting point for me and my MT career for the rest of until now, future. So next up is the crew. I left because the whole clan was just, it was just going downhill. There was nothing, no future, no nothing. And sadly, the developer had given up hope, I guess, on the clan. And overall, the whole team was just super unmotivated. Nobody was active. And I just didn't see myself being in the clan for more than, I guess, 2 days. So I decided to departure and stayed clanless for a while until I got accepted into 7th Miracle. 7th Miracle sadly closed really early in my career. I guess it was like 2 to 3 months I was in 7th Miracle, and it just immediately got closed. And the reasons for that were because the loss of forum, first of all, and the loss of the whole server progress that the developers had. And it was just going obvious as TC was just going downhill. There was no progress, motivation, or ambition in the people that were or the people by people I mean the developers and the rest of the team, I guess. And now we come to Force Out Extreme. I'm actually gonna be not explaining the whole reason of my departure from Force Out Extreme. It's just a personal thing, and hopefully the Lumiverse staff understands and everyone understands. If you really do want to know my reasons for departure, it's if I start talking now, I'll just go to like 40 minutes. So I just need to keep this as professional and as short as possible. So if you do want to know my reasons for departure from Fox, feel free to DM me on Discord and I will fill you in on why. So the next question is, why do you want to join us? I guess the answer is pretty simple. I saw this as a new chapter in my MTA career, and I just see these incredible people in this team and really highly motivated people. And I know this is like a very big risk for me because I'm not sure how or how long will that motivation last, but I'm hoping I have high hopes, and hopefully I can achieve the same success that I had with Fox in LV, and just maybe be another competing team against one of the biggest servers out there right now. So that's pretty much why my reasons are. And I mean, if I had to be super honest to you, I could have chosen anything else, but I just saw LV and I just saw the perfect team for me. I don't know if that makes sense or not. The thing is that I waited a long time just to see how this would turn out, and I've said the exact same thing in my join request when I was writing it. I just waited, like the whole process of me figuring out which clan or which team would be perfect for me to take my talent, to take my ambitions, my motivation, and continue them into a straightforward road. And I waited to see that, and it turned out it turned out to be LV, aka Lumiverse. So here I am, and hopefully, as I said before, I get a chance to prove all of my words, all of my claims, and hopefully I can actually do twice the better work that I did back in 2020. Hopefully I can do better, and hopefully I can prove myself and my claims that why do I actually want to join Lumiverse. On an ending point, I want to join Lumiverse because I need a little bit of a professionalism in the whole MTA scene. I guess even though the game is considered to be, you know, having fun and everything, but having a little bit of a professionalism never hurt nobody, I guess. And it's always nice to see how far you can take things with just a little bit of implementation of guidelines, rules, and a little bit of, as I said, professionalism. So there is that. The next question is, what values do you possess that others lack? I mean, it's pretty simple for me to answer this one, and it's just community work. I've been involved in community work since the early of 2020. I got into it, and I just immediately fell in love with it. The first time I noticed that I started getting so attached to my whole community idea and my label was when I realized that when I helped someone, I became friends with that person. Every person that came to the server, I greeted them, and I instantly became friends with them, because it's always nice to meet new people. And what other best way to just, you know, greeting and introducing yourself to the upcoming members of your community, so you can just keep building that up and they can keep returning. And I saw that as a perfect opportunity to just expand myself, open myself to everyone in the race community, and it worked out brilliantly. And I was so happy along the whole way of doing that. I used that same idea, I used that same method, and it worked out amazingly. Apart from community work, obviously I have a lot of ideas. I am, I guess, a machine of ideas when I come up to how can I keep an entertaining vibe in the server so people can keep people can keep visiting the server again and again, and they just, you know, feel that they can just stay on the server and enjoy with just talking to the whole environment that we've created. Just engaging with the community is probably the best thing anyone can do for their server if they want returning people to their community, and if they want to build that community until, you know, you just come to a point where you're like, this is it. Now I've created a community that loves what we do, love what we provide, and knows that we will listen on every idea, every suggestion, and take criticism with an open heart, an open mind, and an open heart. So it's a very simple and easy answer for me to answer, and I'm speaking no ego or anything. I'm speaking with my full humble self that I am what I am, and what I am is good at doing community work. I am fairly good with talking with people and solving their issues. I'm fairly good with working out certain ways so I can, you know, communicate better with the community, listen to them, and just, you know, making that bond between the staff, the team, and the community as strong as possible. So whenever our name is mentioned, we can be considered as someone respectable in their words and other people's views as well. That's exactly what I possess, and that's exactly what I want to show as I said, as a new chapter in my MTA career. I want to show that what I gained was not just because of timing, but because of my hard work, and I'll be so glad if I'm given the chance. So that's everything that the join request had. Discord username, I'll link it below. I'm not really sure if I have to say that out loud. It wouldn't make sense anyway. Additional material, I guess I've said everything that I wanted to say in the whole 25 minutes of this video. I'm sorry if it went more than I expected. I wanted to do this in less than 15 minutes, but hopefully hopefully it'll be a bit of an enjoyable experience if you listen to this till the end. But I guess, yeah, this is it. This is my join request submission for Lumiverse, and I am super excited for you guys, for your opinions, for your feedback to me, and hopefully you guys take this as a respectful and a friendly way of me expanding myself towards this new community, this new upcoming community, rather than maybe just judging me over something that you shouldn't, honestly. But yes, this is pretty much it. I've covered everything, and hopefully even if I miss anything, please feel free to DM me on Discord. I'll happily fix or re-edit it, and I hope you enjoyed what I had to say. And I guess best of luck to all the other applicants. We have great names that are applying for the clan, and I wish them best of luck. Hopefully, Lumiverse finds themselves in perfect shape and form to accept the correct people. So best of luck to all the other applicants, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, I am super grateful for that, and I guess I'll see you in the server whenever LV launches it, but you can find me at, you know where to find me. So thanks for listening, and hopefully you enjoyed this video till the end.